So again, our buy run is going to go to 2X1C, Mr. DC and his dragster, I think. And I'm not as quick as Michael is on these things, but I think I am seeing one double, and that's it. Let me look out my window. I think he's there. Let's call the rest of round 3 gamblers. Let's go, racers. Round 3 gamblers. Let's go. Bring them up. Got 37 entries left. Round 3 gamblers, need you to the lanes, racers. Come on, come on, come on. We got some racing to get done and a limited amount of time with which to complete it. Our 2X1C, you can head over to lane number 5 for your buy, please. Once again, we do need round 3 gamblers. Bring them up, racers. 37 entries, and I'm thinking just one double. Could be wrong. I have been wrong before. I remember that day. It ended in a Y. It was pretty much every day of my life. Hey, we are starting round 3. If you have not yet come back, I'd do so quickly because, well, here we go. Greg Brown and John Evans going to start things off. Brown out in a 518 in the Dodge Stealth. Evans, I believe the last guy left, doubled out in 597. And top end 001 on the wrong side for Brown. Evans stays doubled. Out there, folks, still watching on Motor Mania TV. Presented by Summit Racing Equipment. Robert Richardson and Jamie up against the dragster. Richardson 590 dial into the 470. Richardson, the CNC tire machine, goes too quick. Now here's Jamie Freeman. I know he wasn't in that dragster because he's in that Firebird. Okay. No, sir. Freeman dialed in a 568, 573 for Denny West. $14,000 advantage for Freeman, and he'll get the win light as well over Denny West. Robert Hetzler and Charlie Denny. 1969 Mustang for you blue oval types out there. OK Sales and Recycling side of the racetrack. Carolina No Time Production side is Charlie Denny's Vega wagon dialed in a 690. Wonder if the heat works in that thing. Charlie, 16th hour of the hole against Hetzler, and Hetzler moves into round number 4. Chuck Sanders, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, against Stephen Morrison out of Statesville, North Carolina. Sanders in the S10. Morrison, the long skinny car. Sanders and Morrison advantage. Dragster. Winlight will be the dragster. Sanders dead on with a 2, but behind by a 4th thou. 14th thou in the pocket for Morrison at the starting line and made it work. Brian Atkins and Tim Douglas, your next pair. Douglas dialed in 6:15. Almost heads up with Atkins 6:16 in the Nova. And Winlight will pop on over to Tim Douglas. 005, 6:16 with the 2 on the 15. Atkins dead on with a 7, but a 41 at the hit. Won't get it done. Your next pair coming out of the water. Billy Varner III and Sean Serra. Sarah's 5:33 dial-in, the OK Sales and Recycling side of the track. In the Chevy Nova, Richard Recker's Service sponsoring Billy Varner III out of Stanley, North Carolina. Right near Ollie, North Carolina. And just 12th thou between them. Finish line comes up. Winlight will go to the dragster. 1 thou margin of victory for Varner. Matthew Cook in the Vega against Michael Pascal in the Falcon. Your next pair at the starting line. Going to see Matthew Cook leaving first with a 6:06 dial and 5:59 for Pascal. Will be chasing. And it's going to be Pascal, 5:61 on the 59. Ivy Brandon, Kenny Snyder, and Snyder, 10 dead 2. Brandon, 16, breaks out by 2 thou, and not good enough. Jonathan Edwards and Carol McCarty. McCarty dialed in 456. And Carol turns it red. Waiting on Jonathan, and Jonathan, 635 with the 7 on the 36. Skirt Vickers dialed in 660 to the 478 for Ryan Barnes. Final call for round 3 of the Gamblers Race. Final call, round 3 of the Gamblers Race. If you have not yet run round 3, you are late. Final call, round 3 of the Gamblers Race. Ryan Barnes doing the big flicker. $10 advantage going to go to Barnes, trying to reel in Skirt, and he'll get the win over Justin Vickers. Now Megan Lotz, 474 dial in for Megan. Justice Tire and Automotive Race Tech going to be leaving first on the OK Sales and Recycling side against Todd Arnold. Arnold, the Andy Beal, Race Engines, and Hank Thomas Performance sponsored Race Tech. Out of Denton, North Carolina, Megan's out of Lexington, Justice Tire and Automotive on her side. Trip Zip, Megan Lotz gets the win light. Trip Zip and 76 with a 4 on the 74 for Megan. Todd Arnold bows out. Ken Clark and Benny Ulmer, your next pair. Against S10 out 620. I think it's been around 20 or 21 pretty much the whole weekend. Ulmer dialed in the kick booty machine at a 565. .005 to 29 should be Ulmer, and it will be Ulmer going to round 4. Absolute final call for round 3. If you're not there, truly you are late. Getting down to the small numbers. Michael Jackson and Derek Simpson, your next pair. Simpson dialed in 465 to the 442 for Jackson. It's just a natural reflex for you, isn't it? Yeah, I'm starting to understand Jill a little bit more. I'm just saying. And advantage for Simpson should be, won't be, goes to Quick. Had a 13th down advantage over Jackson. Who's, nope. Four to a 13, McCarty with the advantage. It's going to be Trip McCarty getting the win light. 4 dead, 3 for McCarty. 29. Tim Thomas and Kenny Underwood coming up next. The Lumberton, North Carolina native Thomas dialed in 464. Kenny Underwood from somewhere in the Columbus, Ohio region. Important. And Underwood turns it 4 on the wrong side. Going to give Tim Thomas the bright, shiny W on his side of the racetrack in the dragster. John Evans and Eric Thomas. Evans dialed in 598 out of Durham. 1971 Camaro. Eric Thomas dialed in 559. Eleventh hour advantage going to go to the man in the second gen Camaro, and he stays doubled. Dead on with the 3. Evans is, tell you what, getting a feel of that hot rod right now. Brent Martin and Shane Carr. It's going to be Shane Carr getting the win light and moving on. Your buy run going to be Mr. Collins, DC. And 473 on the 75 for Mr. Collins. Hey, Mr. Evans, we need you back to the lanes as soon as you are capable. Those of you in the Gamblers race, if you won so far, congratulations. If you're still in, you'll have money coming to you. Win or lose. Oh, that's right. Nick Hastings, by the way, amongst all the other cool stuff that happened to you today, getting that win, you also now have an entry into the Ultimate 64 down at Killcare. Let's see, when is Empty Pockets Promotions? And I'm trying to remember off the top of my head when it's coming up. Yep, so coming up probably in a few weeks. Megan Lotz, MX96, you'll be sitting on the bye this next round. And again, John Evans, as soon as you can get back in the lanes, John Evans, as soon as you can get back in the lanes, we can get everybody else back in there. You are the last man double. Megan Lotz, if you're ready, you can come up into the bye lane, but I would like everybody else to hold up till we get John Evans back into the lanes. But everybody else is on a very short standby on this beautiful, crisp night here in North Carolina at Piedmont Dragway. The Gamblers race on Summit Racing Equipment. Main event Friday night. And I keep forgetting what day it is. At the Summit Racing Equipment Super Pro 75K Challenge. So again, like I said, once we get John Evans back into the lanes, we will call everybody else back in. With the exception, again, Megan Lotz, as soon as you are ready, you can come up into the buy lane. We need to hustle, all capital letters.
You got 3 hours of sleep, used a tire as your dinner table, and shredded your knuckles on a stubborn bolt. All for a weekend of glory. You supply the skill and sweat, count on us for the rest. Summit Racing Equipment, tools and parts to make your race car stronger, safer, and faster. The World Speed Shop, summitracing.com.
So once again, once we get John Evans into the staging lanes, that's when we'll call the rest of round 4 in. Hey folks, while we have it quiet, just want to do a quick reminder. 11 o'clock curfew here at Piedmont, and at 11 o'clock, no more vehicles started up, no race engines started. We need the rest of round 4 to the lanes, please. The rest of round 4 needs you to the lanes. Round 4, let's bring them up, racers, and again, we got to go, got to hustle, turn and burn. It's time to go racing. The rest of round 4, and again, Megan Lotz sitting on the bye. Megan, you are sitting on the bye, but we need the rest of round 4 to the staging lanes, please. But again, once 11 o'clock hits here, folks, you cannot, I know you might be out there working on your ride or whatever, but you cannot, after 11 o'clock, fire up race motors, and we will not fire up race motors again until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And again, just being good neighbors here. So help us out. But again, we need the rest of round 4. Let's bring them up, racers. Mr. Evans, who doubled, is already up. They all ought to be ready, so bring them up, the 1 and 2 racers. Round number 4. Once again, we need our round 4 racers to the lanes, please. Round 4 racers, bring them up to the lanes, please. Got to go. Turn, burn, zoom, 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 zoom. Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Oh, here we go, starting round number 4. And again, win or lose, these folks got money coming. John Evans and Robert Hetzler are going to start things off. Evans out of Durham, still doubled. Up against Hetzler's been fighting stuff in this Mustang for a while now. Starting to find somewhat of a groove here. Evans also a guy who's starting to come around in that Camaro. Car's got a lot of history. Richard Alford's won big checks in that thing. I believe it was Ronnie Roberts Racing in the Ronnie Roberts Racing fleet for years. 3 to a 15. This man is on his game. John Evans, your winner. Hetzler bows out. Jamie Freeman. Freeman dialed in a 568 to 615 for Tim Douglas. $14 to an $18 advantage Freeman, but not by much, and it's going to be Freeman getting the win light. Tim Douglas took 3, needed to take 1 or less. 568 with a 5 on the 68 and a 14 light for Jamie Freeman. 18 and 2 thou under, parking it for Tim Douglas. Billy Varner the third and Stephen Morrison your next pair. Morrison dialed in 441 to the 485 for Billy Varner. Identical reaction times for Morrison and Varner. Both 13 on the hit. Dead on with the 1. Stephen Morrison getting the win light. Billy Varner 200s over the dial in. Not going to be able to make it to round number 5. Next up, couple more dragsters. Maybe they were self-separating. Michael Jackson and Shane Carr. $442 the dial in for Jackson. The $439 for Shane Carr in the kick booty machine. And thanks to all those hanging out, still watching us on Motor Mania TV, presented by Summit Racing Equipment. You're at the Summit Racing Equipment Super Pro 75K Challenge here at Piedmont Dragway. Nick Hastings getting the win tonight. In the main event, now we got the Gamblers win light this time for Shane Carr. Jackson would have had to been dead zero to have a chance. Just a chance. Carr goes 16 dead 1, 17 and 2 thou under for Jackson. Kenny Snyder. Snyder dialed in 439, the 559 for Michael Pascal. .009 to a 23. Vantage. Dragster win. Door car. Dead zero for Pascal. Snyder took 16. Need to be 14 or less on that case as he breaks out by 2,000ths. Benny Ulmer and the Dragster. Dragster dialed in a 470 to 565 for Ulmer. 6 to a 13. Advantage. Door car. Win light dragster once again. 471 on the 70. 5,000 margin of victory. Carolina No Time Productions side of the racetrack. Nomer bows out in round 4. Trip McCarty and DC coming back up. $590 for Trip, $475 for DC. And DC got a lot of work to do. Ain't going to get it done. Trip McCarty snatching up one for the door cars. Ryan Barnes and Tim Thomas, your next pair. Thomas has a 465 dial-in on his dial-in board. OK Sales and Recycling side of the track. Barnes, a 477. Thomas and Barnes both set. 12 to a 9 advantage. Thomas. It's going to be Barnes getting the win light. 4/10,000ths of a second. Barnes gets past him. Final pair still doubled. John Evans out of Durham. Evans against Jonathan Edwards. Edwards Auto 96 S10 dialed in 636. Evans dialed in 598. And Evans stays doubled. $13 dead 1 as Edwards turns at 13 red. And your buy run going to be Megan Lotz. We will be down to 10 cars. Nice little 13 dead 3 for Megan. And again, John Evans still doubled up. So as soon as he gets back in the lanes, we'll just call everybody back in after him. But got to wait on John Evans. Shout out to Dallas Glenn. That's right, he's driving, isn't he? Dallas Glenn, who run it up with us last year on Loose Rockers, run a bunch of Loose Rocker races with us. Could not be here, and we're like, man, we miss him. Well, the problem is he's in Charlotte right now driving a Pro Stock car in the NHRA, and props to you, Dallas Glenn. Fantastic job, buddy. Once again, we need round 5. The rest of round 5 and the gamblers racing the lanes. And again, John Evans sitting on the bye, so he'll run his first pass and then come back around and run the last pass. Stephen Morrison, Statesville, North Carolina, dialed in a 441. Coming up against John Evans, still holding on to 2. Dialed in a 598. Folks, Evans is working this Camaro hard. Morrison moving in on the OK Sales and Recycling side. Our gamblers race down to 10 entries. $2,000 difference. Advantage Evans. Win light Evans. $2,000 margin of victory over Stephen Morrison. Jamie Freeman and Shane Carr, your next pair. Freeman dialed in a 568, 8 to the 438 for Carr. And the win light will go to Shane Carr. Freeman going to park the Firebird for the night. Next up, Trip McCarty and Michael Pascal. Pascal out in 559 at Chop Top. 591 dialing for McCarty in the Camaro. .008 to .003. McCarty and Pascal. It's going to be McCarty. 5-pack for McCarty. Pascal's 8 dead 6 and 9 thou behind. Is that a wow? Wow. Ryan Barnes and, well, the other dragster that keeps coming up as Jamie Freeman, but I know it's not him. Connor Calder, Ryan Barnes playing the flicker game. 5 to a 19. And it's going to be Ryan Barnes. Going to be your winner. Megan Lotz and John Evans. John Evans and Megan Lotz. Lotz dialed in 475. Evans trying to stay double down to the round of 5. $15 to a $25, and it's going to be Megan Lotz getting the win light. Six flat on the 598 for Evans. Not to rush you or anything, but if we could get our winners back to the lanes ASAP. We're getting close to our end of times, and we'd like to be able to at least get one more round in tonight. We need our winners back to the lanes as soon as possible, please.
Racing is not a one-person sport. It's a team effort made up of friends, family, and Summit Racing equipment. We've got the track-proven parts and tools, plus unbeatable customer service and expert technical advice, along with same-day shipping. Summit Racing, your trusted teammate for all things race car. SummitRacing.com.
First pair will be Ryan Barnes with lane choice over Shane Carr. And what you just saw, you're going to see again. Megan Lotz with lane choice over John Evans. And again, why it's quiet, I do want to remind everybody, please, once we hit 11 o'clock, no race engines fired, folks. I know some of you might be working on stuff or might want to move things around. Please, we need to be good neighbors. There are, as always, for some reason anymore these days, issues with neighbors that may not necessarily like the fact that they have this wonderful facility that we love so much in their backyard, even if this facility has been there 50 years before they moved into their backyard. So we do our best to be good neighbors here at Piedmont Dragway, and we ask that 11 o'clock, absolutely no race engines be fired, and you can fire them back up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is about the time you hear my voice resonating through your ears here at Piedmont Dragway. Day number 2 of the Summit Racing equipment. Super Pro 75K Challenge, the Summit Race Equipment 75K main event day has been one heck of a day. But we are getting to pretty close to the end of it. So we need our 5 to the lanes. Need our 5 back to the lanes, please. ASAP, HUSTLE. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Folks, I got to believe this is probably going to be the last round we see tonight. And we will inform you tomorrow what we're going to be able to do otherwise. But I, again, have to believe this is going to be the last round we'll see tonight. Here he goes, Shane Carr and Ryan Barnes. Shane dialed in 440. Braden in Florida, the Kick Booty team. Getting ready to go on the Carolina No Time production side of things. All against the OK Sales and Recycling side. That is Ryan Barnes, your champ last night. Still in. Yep. Going to see first pair, then a buy run, and then our second pair. As our second pair just ran each other. Going to run again. I am looking forward to that. Maybe we should let them do best 2 out of 3. Three to an 11 advantage. Carr. Finish line comes up. Shane Carr. 3 dead 4. Beats the 11 dead 4. Ryan Barnes. 8 down margin of victory. Guys have been going at it all day long. Your buy run, Trip McCarty. Still playing with the brake pedal down there. 590 with a 7 on a 591 and a 16 light. Here comes John Evans and Megan Lotz. Your final pair in this round and probably your final pair tonight. Unless they circle track it, and I really don't see that happening. Megan dialed in a 475 to the 6 flat for Evans. Evans has been cutting lights and pretty much running the number all night. Car's slowed down a little bit. Honestly, he's just running the snot out of the thing. And I know he's been working with charging issues. Not necessarily the car can't keep charged. It's just he's been running so fast, so hard. The car's having a hard time to keep up with him. Had this car for a few years, and it's been neat to watch him make it progressively better than what it was when he first started driving it, making it more his. Megan Lotz, the Justice Tire and Automotive Race Tech dragster. 12th thou in the hole versus Evans. To the finish line they go. Evans gets the win over Megan Lotz. 601 on the 6 flat. And so at this time, folks, we do need everybody to, again, 11 o'clock. It is 10:56, got about 4 minutes left. One more reminder, gates will open up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for Bruzy Transmissions and Converters Saturday. $12,500 to win tomorrow. We will finish this tomorrow. Early on in the day, I'll give you more indication and believe we're going to do that amongst our new entry time trials tomorrow. But we'll finish it in the morning. Before we get to our Bruzy Transmissions and Converters $12,500 Saturday. So again, we are gonna close it up for the night. Please, 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 please. 3 minutes left. No more race engines at 11 o'clock. No more big noises. Got to keep her quiet, keep her calm out here. Registration opens at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be up here at 8 a.m. I'll be giving you all a shout out, getting you going. And day 3 of 4 coming at you tomorrow for the Summit Racing Equipment Super Pro 75K Challenge. And also, thank you very much to those of you who've been spending the evening watching us on Motor Mania TV, presented by Summit Racing Equipment. We really appreciate it. You guys have been with us all day. Let's do it again tomorrow. And at this point, have a good night, everybody.
The most powerful tool in your toolbox is the Summit Racing app. Get quick, easy access to Summit Racing 24/7. The Summit Racing mobile app offers one-touch shopping, so you get the parts you need fast. Build your shopping list, research parts, check your order status, and connect with us on social media, on your couch, in your garage, or at the track. Summit Racing's mobile app, available now for your Android or Apple device. The most powerful tool in your toolbox.